Welcome back. It's another Monday, and I've got the music in me.
Is that why I've been hearing music?
Yeah, I've been strumming away. I have all these ideas for songs.
Yeah, it's a shame there's only one of you, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, do you know anybody?
I mean, I know you, I know Clown, I know Davey, I know Wazahi, but none of them are around right now.
Oh, that's a bummer. I was really hoping you might know some people who might like play an instrument, because I think I want to get a band together. I have these song ideas, and I think they need to be heard.
Well, I'm contractually not allowed to play music, on or off the clock, so I can't help you there. But, I mean, I'm willing to, I don't know, audition some people with you.
That could work. I mean, anyone can get to come through out here.
Well, I think we can find a couple people. I don't know a lot of people, but I do know the internet, and so we got some connections.
You know the whole internet?
I do. They're
Dang. I only know like stickdeath.com and Etsy.
you got to try MySpace.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where all the
See, I wasn't allowed to go on there, so I forgot about it.
You probably just blacklisted it, like in your brain. It happens.
Around my net nanny.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, I mean, we can post out there and we'll see who shows up.
I actually put out a post since we were talking about it, and we actually have a bite.
Oh, this internet, it's really something new, isn't it?
Well, it's not very new anymore, but it sure is nifty.
No, it's pretty new. Like, Al Gore invented it in, like, 2001 or whatever.
Space Odyssey?
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive.
The Al Gore 9000.
All right. Well, are you at all interested on this first bandmate? Or do you just want to let him in?
Let him in. Let's see what they got.
Okay. You may have seen him before. He hasn't been doing anything for a while. He is, I guess you would call him a homeowner.
La-di-da.
I know.
Couldn't be me.
That is impressive in today's age. But to be fair, he's had his home for, probably like 20 or 30 years. He lives in this big blue house. And, I hope you don't think bad of him, but he's kind of a bear. And not like the gay term, the homosexual term, I should say. He is a literal bear in a big blue house.
Oh. Is this... I mean, I'm not on MySpace, but I've been on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Is this who I've been hearing about on Facebook all this time?
What have you been hearing?
Just that girls are really into this bear.
Yeah, that's the exact bear. Everyone's like, do you want bear or blank? And everyone's like, bear for sure.
Okay, well, let him in. Let's see what he's got.
All right, bear, come on in. Yeah, you can just sit down over there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What do you usually? Well, we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, I'd like to see what they have.
Sure. Bear,
In the meantime, I'm gonna kind of work on my dream board here, my vision board.
Ooh, yeah.
And see if, like, I can see them on the stage.
Yeah, how about you close your eye? Well, not close your eyes, but just look away from them and draw us how you envision them. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, optics are so important these days.
Yeah, I mean our stage is still under construction, so you don't draw that. The Tin Paces stage it's coming.
You've said that for years. This dead man's, like, has had this empty corner full of loose lumber.
Yeah, well, Rome wasn't built in a day, Travis. I don't expect you to understand that completely, but it's okay.
No, I don't know what Rome is.
Oh,
Is that a friend of yours?
well, I don't build people, so no. But uh, okay,
Well, at
so
least I know it's not a homunculus.
you know, in the 4th of July, those sticks that you get that you light and they shoot out like a puffball of fire like 10 times or something, the Roman candles.
Yeah, they're called whizbangers.
Well, they're from Rome. Rome is
Oh!
yeah, Rome is it's a big store.
Okay, kind of like the Phantom Fireworks off of I-55.
Yeah, but a little bigger. They sell a whole bunch of stuff: cheese, candles. They specifically do not allow. It's a strange thing. I went there once. They did not allow. Big horses.
Big horses?
Yeah, they heard about this condom deal with the Trojans,
Mm-hmm.
and they were trying to like strap, like, it was a really weird sign. They were putting condoms on this big wooden horse, and it was right outside of the Rome store. It's right outside the Rome store, and
I mean, that's fair.
well,
That's just like a
it's
some
soliciting.
kind of degen.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll listen.
no, it's soliciting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it seems like a degenerate kind of, public art installation, but if it's sponsored by a company, then it has no merit.
Right. It's just it's advertisement at that point.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can probably still make art while it being an advertisement, but that I wouldn't call that art, and I don't think many people did.
That's a tricky line.
Yep.
I mean, I have mixed feelings about Jackson Pollock.
Why's that? Go on them. Tell me about your feelings.
Jackson Pollock became as prevalent and as exorbitantly rich as he did because during the Cold War, his nonsense bullshit art was seen as, something cool that the West had to offer that communism could never create. So he got funded by the US government to continue creating splatter art, which, I mean, I have mixed feelings because fuck the US government, especially at that time.
Sure.
And pretty much always after that, and maybe always before that. I don't know. But at the same time, take their money if you can.
Oh yeah. If I could take money from the government legally, like if they were paying me to do something, and I didn't have to try real hard or
Yeah, fucking phone it in.
cash that check.
But at the same time, I like to think that artistic integrity still exists, but I know that's just a pipe dream.
Oh, well, now I found out how he died. And that's that.
Pipe dreaming?
Uh, No, bottle dreaming.
Ah,
Yeah, he did a drink and drive, so don't do that. Not because of that, but just don't do it in general.
don't do it. That's what the government wants.
That's true. I don't know when. I would have to do more research, and that would just cause me to be quiet. To find out like when he really came to prominence and when he was being paid and all that. Like, did he paint before? Which I imagine he did before the government
Yeah.
started giving him money. He's probably fine. Like in my book, I mean, I don't know the other stuff he did. Painting is one part of a person. Like your one hobby is but one part of a person.
Right. And it turns out most people throughout all of history are garbage.
Yeah, most people, as it turns out. Whoops. Especially,
Don't ever look up to anybody.
yeah, anyone you're gonna hear about that isn't just like your neighbor Joe or something. Like, oh, I know Joe. Speaking of people, not that Joe though. I do look up to that Joe, but he's not my neighbor. It's completely different though. He's not a an influencer or whatever. As far as I know,
I mean, you have no choice but to look up to him.
he is very tall.
But I also look up to him for just
Being a cool human.
demeanor and ironclad character.
Yeah.
I know I'm going against everything I just said.
It's okay.
So, Joe, I'm gonna need you to commit some kind of
Heinous crime.
heinous crime, like maybe open a dogfighting rink or something, just
Yeah.
to
Knock you down
just
a
to
peg or
prove
two.
my earlier point.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the big icons from days of yore. One by one, they tumble down.
They either get shitty or die. And
Or both.
we're
Look
probably
at Bowie.
probably still shitty. Yeah. Someone I look up to, and I would be very sad if I found out that he was a piece of shit, is Trevor Moore.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he did
No.
something
That's the thing.
heinous.
Like I could see him being super shitty somehow.
It's part of
I hope
that
not.
that kind of nihilistic persona,
Right.
but you hope it's just a persona.
Or who's the I think you should leave guy? I don't know why I look up the comics so much.
Because they're funny and
They're
they
funny.
make you laugh.
They bring a lot of joy to like an infinite amount of people.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I guess that's really
Tim Robinson. I don't know why it
Yes.
took me that long to think of the name.
That's okay.
I kept
couldn't-
thinking Pete something because I was thinking of Pete Holmes.
Pete Holmes. Yeah. But I'm sure it's probably because comedy is supposed to make you laugh, make you happy or whatever. And or at least most comedy. I'd say dark comedy, it's still that way. So yeah, I would say comedy in general is supposed to elicit a positive emotion, and most art is, I guess, generally a wider range than that. I'm trying not to say that comedy can't be sad or whatever, because it totally can be and totally is.
Yeah, I mean,
But I think music
it's
and
opened up a lot, but yeah, comedy in its purest form is supposed to elicit laughter. That's the one it elicits.
right. Whereas music or really any other art could go anywhere, and comedy can too, but it's harder. I think that's where it comes down to.
Because then it becomes dramedy.
Right.
You can't get there without becoming a new thing.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of artists like that. Oddly enough, you don't have those weird like tags that really modify it like that. I could be wrong though, and just not. I'm just not knowledgeable enough.
I don't think a lot of artists also care about tags. Like the genre thing
That's
is
true.
more something for the consumer and for uh, Netflix.
Yep.
Which,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, it's super helpful in me finding like new music or new shows.
Yep. We just recently watched all of Smiling Friends again.
Oh, nice.
It's a good show. Someone tried to say on Reddit that it is a very kind-hearted show, and I'm like, or that it's a very kind show, rather. And I'm like, it's not a kind show.
No,
There's heart to it. It has nice messages at times, but it is a very cold show.
Oh, it's very dark.
I just think maybe
The first episode.
Which one is that?
The one where they're trying to stop the guy with a gun to his own head?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, that should tell you the tone of it.
Yeah, I mean, that does the job of a pilot.
Yeah, for sure. I love the boss. He's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that his room is it's not a void, but it definitely tries to be a void.
Void light.
Yeah. Yeah, like there are walls here, I can tell, but only if I'm looking for them.
Yeah, I had forgotten about that, but they're slowly putting out new episodes.
Yep, every Sunday for a while now.
Well, season 2 only has 2 episodes out on Max right now.
Yes, not to go full advertisement or whatever. Adult Swim puts them out every Sunday, and then Max gets them on Mondays.
Okay.
And then also... sorry?
Oh, I was just going to say that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's... You think Adult Swim would be more on the forefront of this streaming thing, but I guess because they're owned by Warner Brothers technically, they're not allowed to really innovate.
Well, all their shit's on their site, too. Or at least it used to be. Maybe they moved it all to Max.
Last time I checked, it was behind, like, a paywall, or you had to show your proof of having a cable provider.
I probably had that because at the time I had Charter. That's probably what it was. I'm slightly confused on it. Yeah, they
I mean, and this could have changed. I mean, the internet moves fast.
For sure. This was a couple years ago that I was watching through their catalog.
But yeah, like, they could have been on the absolute forefront of, you know, everything going to streaming.
For sure.
But that, you know, that cable caveat, which I imagine was only an oversight by Time Warner, it set them back so far.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of 30 Rock.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I slept on that show so much. When it was out.
Yeah.
Because I slept on most sitcoms because, like, you know, the biggest sitcom at the time would have been Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, basically at the time I would think it would have been like Big Bang Theory, How I Met Your Mother, and there's one else that I can't think of. Maybe like Modern Family or something.
2.5 Men.
Yeah, I was just so over sitcoms.
Yeah, and like I kind of lumped it in with the rest of them, but also it requires a context that I certainly would not have had at the time, which is just, you know, kind of the inner workings of it's about the inner workings of NBC
Yep.
and just kind of that satire. And I would have had no gauge of that context as a child.
Nope. Flown right over your head.
Hmm. Because they had a whole bit about the Leno Conan thing, like kind of their battle for late night.
Yeah.
And they just keep taking stabs at NBC,
I mean,
which, is surprising to see, a show get away with that. But I guess because of the talent they had behind it, they have a little weight to throw around.
yeah, I guess.
Also, they've got, Tina Fey, who's one of the funniest, most talented writers out there.
What else did she name so familiar?
She was on Saturday Night Live. She wrote Mean Girls.
She wrote Megamind.
Did she?
Yeah. According to this Google scrape, I don't know if it's true or not.
Dang.
I just thought it was
I
funny.
mean, that makes sense. It was.
I didn't see it.
Oh, it's solid. I mean,
Really?
yeah. It's a kids movie, but
Sure.
the main villain is an incel.
Is that the... No, that's not Groot. Not the tree.
No, Megamind's Will Ferrell voicing a guy with a big blue head.
Okay. Yeah, I never saw that one. But I was just staying out of 3D movies at that time.
Yeah, that's valid. I mean, you had 2 companies putting him out. No, I guess 3, because I think that one... No, that was DreamWorks. But then Illumination came onto the scene with some bullshit before they hit it big with Minions.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then they never looked back.
Yeah, I mean, they finally have their cash cow, and it's still paying out. Because it's funny. It's fucking funny. They say banana.
You know what I liked less and is the same thing?
What?
Rabbids.
Yeah.
They're the exact same shit. They just didn't get as popular. They got popular.
Yeah, I mean, we got some good games that unfortunately featured Rabbids.
You get Mario XCOM.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you were calling out specifically.
I mean, the Raving Rabbids game was just like a Rayman party game.
Yep. I played the first one. That's the only one I know about.
That's the only one I've played too.
Oh, okay. Well, it was fun. It's a
But
nice...
I think that was kind of responsible for the Rayman revival, which is how we got Legends.
True. God, Rayman's so good. I really want them to come out with just a new one. Like, either a new 3D one would be my preference. Like, give me a new collectathon or whatever. But I'm in the minority for that, so I guess a really good 2D one would be their best bet.
Yeah.
Though they've been working on Rayman games pretty consistently. There's only like 2 new real big ones out, but they're huge.
Didn't they have a first-person shooter?
What? Let me look this up. I don't think so. Let me just look up shooter. Rayman shooter. They don't come
Oh
up,
no, this could go poorly.
don't come up with something weird. I saw that, Google. Don't do it. No, I don't think so. Unless it's a raving rabid shooter that you were talking about.
I just remember there being some kind of like first-person shooter, and it might have been a mini game as a part of a larger game.
Maybe, yeah. By the way, you've got about 11 minutes remaining.
All right.
so weird that Rabbids and Rayman are now like two separate series.
Mm-hmm.
I hope whoever came up with Rabbids gets a lot of money off that. Probably not.
Oh no, it's gaming industry.
Yeah.
The only person, and it's Ubisoft.
Yeah.
So no, they've been fired.
Yeah. I forget if we had talked about this or anything like that. Did you hear that recently I don't remember if it was the Senate, but there was a thing passed that made non-completes illegal? Or
Yeah.
Non-compete. Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
illegal if you don't finish your game.
You gotta finish your meal. Before you
Non-complete clause.
Man, I wish you had to finish your game before releasing it. Jesus, it's so bad.
Yeah. But it's quadruple A.
Yeah, let's skip quadruple. Let's go to quintuple.
Yeah, I mean, if we just say it,
Just say it.
we've learned nobody's gonna say anything.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to pay $100 for a single game that still isn't complete and has a battle pass.
But you have no choice. We're
Yep.
EA. Challenge everything.
Boy, I feel like the AAA bubble's gonna pop. Like, it's already fucking hemorrhaging people.
Oh yeah, everything's gonna pop. Like, the fact that we got an illegal, non-compete thing only seems like a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, but it can't be discredited. It is a super good thing for pretty much every industry.
Oh, absolutely. Including the sandwich industry.
What?
Jimmy John's had a non-compete clause as part of their
Really?
minimum wage sign-on, yeah.
Holy fuck, I did not know about that.
So you couldn't go and work for Subway?
Yeah, we're gonna train you to be the best fucking sandwicheers.
And elephant hunters.
And if you try to work for Subway, we'll get you.
Because they give you 25 cents an hour more?
Yeah. You're not gonna take these secrets to Subway for at least 3 months.
You're going to take our secrets of mayonnaise and tomato?
Who do you think came up with the idea of toasting the bun?
Still Subway.
It's still Subway.
Jimmy John's doesn't do that.
Shit.
Also, maybe Quiznos, I think, did that first.
I think so.
And look where they're at.
The grave.
Yeah, because they relied on a Newgrounds meme to sell their product.
What was this?
What were they called? They were... You remember the Quiznos commercials that were like, "We like the subs!"
Oh my god, yeah. Yep. Because they're
something rats.
But, yeah.
But it was like a Newgrounds meme. And I guess somebody at Quiznos was a fan of that and was like, "Hey, here's your big break, kid."
They're called Spong Monkey. And,
gross. That's a gross name.
I thought it was a really old meme from or old commercial. Yeah, that was an old Quiznos commercial from 2004.
Yeah, but I think it came Spong monkeys were a thing before.
You're right.
Because it wasn't Albino Black Sheep, because that had 6 videos.
No, it was b3ta.com.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
That's some early underground internet.
Yeah.
That only your older stepbrother, who's really into Nine Inch Nails, knows about.
Man, I miss when the internet was about finding little holes. You still can. Okay, that sounded wrong. I miss when the internet was about finding little niches. You still can, but every search
They're full of
engine,
Nazis.
yes, and every fucking search engine is optimized to crap, so you find the same shit.
Yeah.
So like
And
it's
so you can't find those places that don't want to be found.
right. Well, I don't want to. You're still taking this in a weird. Yeah, you're right though. Like, let me go to a random forum about Bear in the Big Blue House or something. I'm never gonna
Yeah,
find that. I'm gonna find a Reddit about it now, and it's gonna be full of
exactly. I was going to say Reddit kind of took over that whole scene.
yeah. I mean, good for them, but also Reddit can go suck a big one because they're real shitty to their communities and managers and shit.
Yeah. And even the community itself.
Yeah.
It's just like every other internet community in that it's horrible.
Yep. It's very hard to cultivate a great community, and I think most people can see that.
Yeah. Like, I've had a few good experiences with these niche internet communities, but by and large, it's just terrible. And I've noticed that with, like, I never got into TikTok,
Sure.
but because every social media is becoming TikTok,
Yep.
like, I'll catch myself looking at Facebook Reels or whatnot, but then like it auto shows the comments,
Yeah.
and everybody's just being an asshole,
Pretty much. Like 9 times out of 10.
and they're not even anonymous because they're posting from their Facebook profile.
Yeah. It's so weird, and it's just no one cares, I guess. I'll just
That's
call
the internet.
yeah, and I just call people out. Just fuck it. Like, they need to be called out. I'm not going to be able to fix anything, but I'm not going to make it worse.
Now, do you get to do that at your job?
I'm going to say no. Oh, do you mean for the kid for like the people I work with?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll call anyone out. I would much rather
Hell
call
yeah.
someone out and have a discussion rather than just slap them with a punishment. If they're still gonna,
Right.
if they continue being shitty, fuck off. Like, I will just slap you with that punishment then, and I will make it worse.
Right. But if you can, on the off chance that somebody on the internet's gonna take a second to engage with you and actually have a conversation, that could, it'd be nice if some benefit could come of that.
Yeah. I like to think that a comment I write somewhere will make someone's day better, whoever reads it. I remember I was just on some like music page on YouTube, and there was just a bunch of Japanese comments in the bottom, and I just wrote in English. I'm like, this is an English comment. This music's good. Thank you for uploading it, or something.
Hell yeah.
Because I thought how cool it would be if I had uploaded something and someone wrote in a random language, just having a good comment.
Yeah. Like, get out there in whatever language you may speak and comment on our shit and just be like, hello, I am from here. Like, Big C is from... Oh, where are they from? Big C, if you're out there, please tell me.
Sorry,
So I don't want to get it wrong.
That's true. The Big Z? You're cool.
I want to say they're from the Philippines, but I could be wrong, and I apologize if I am.
It's definitely a vastly different place than the U.S. I'm fairly confident on that.
Yeah, and they just joined me one Thursday and have been a delight to have, in whatever streams they're able to catch.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing we want to foster around here. It's just pleasant, organic community. As much as we talk shit and whatever, it's really,
it's almost always in jest, unless it's at each other.
Yeah, and if that's the case, hopefully we're muted.
Whenever we have our screaming matches in the sheriff's office.
Yeah. It gets heated. Some of us slam doors, walls get punched, but we laugh about it and spackle them.
Yeah, I mean, there are usually more bullet holes every week in one wall or another.
Mm-hmm. None of
But
us
that's
are.
just because I'm feeling small and really need to make a point.
Yeah, and I respect it. That's why sometimes when you're not looking, I switch your bullets with blanks.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, you better go check.
That's why I got bit by that rattlesnake.
Yep, yep. I definitely did not release a few variants of rattlesnakes around, just so that if you try to, a few variants of snakes. That way, if you go somewhere, they might not have the medicine for that specific snake. And, you know, the real problem with snake
Yeah.
bites is delaying.
And then I tried to shoot it,
Mm-hmm.
but it saw me draw, and it had to move real quick.
And it bit you even more, didn't it?
Yeah?
Yep.
It's like 2 for flinching.
Hey, Travis, guess what?
What?
That's time, buddy.
I think I did pretty well.
I think you did pretty well. That's a big blue.
You got the bear with the big blue base.
I loved it. It took me a second to realize why it was blue, and I feel a little sad. I feel a little sad about that.
You're a silly goof.
I know. But you know what's not silly?
What?
These 9,000 points, Travis.
Ooh. Is that the upfront? You got faith in this band? Are you maybe thinking about signing?
I might think about signing. I don't know. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Bear, keep it up. However, as they say in the biz, the show must go on. We can't have a band with 2 people.
You're right. We need a little something up front, a little something in back. We gotta really round out this sound.
Oh, and I've got someone that's gonna round out the sound all right. You might know him as a Mr. Mime.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm pulling out the big stops here. He doesn't talk much, but you're gonna want to listen.
Yeah, I think we can. Well, let me see. Again, vision board. Let's see if we can really fit Mr. Mime up there on stage.
Yeah. Let's see how he grooves with the others. The others being you eventually, and the big bear and the big blue bass.
Yeah.
Bear got a little funky. Oh, there's that.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen on that bass.
That's right. Okay. You want another 30 minutes for this vision board?
Yeah, I think so.
Sure thing. Coming right up. All right. 3,
Where's
2,
this mime going to go?
1. Dream. There's a couple places he could go. He's got those long limbs. Be pretty good for drumming. But also good for stage presence. Looking like a...
That's what I'm thinking.
Sorry, I just got a reply from the third guy. It's looking pretty good.
Oh. Like, are they watching the feed?
Actually, yeah, they're a big fan.
That's good to know.
Yeah. We got them lined up, but that's not to worry about right now.
No, we've got to focus on
With the task at
really
hand.
getting this band together.
Mm-hmm. I was watching a video today about how bad the first generation Pokemon's AI is, and how it gets better over the second and third gens. I don't know how, you probably know, but the first generation AI in Pokemon is super bad.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can only imagine they are capable of so much.
Right. And they eventually do better. They don't take into account dual typing.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that it looks for what move it should use first, in the first game, moves have infinite power, or not power, PP. Um, so
Oh.
enemies can use their moves forever. There's no running out of PP and then having to use a different move and eventually having to just use struggle.
Didn't know that.
Yep. Each move has a base 24.9% or something, 24.3 or something percent to be used, and it just sort of random guesses it.
Oh, wow.
On the
That makes sense with some of the experiences I've had
Right.
where, they'll tail whip me 2 times in a row.
Yeah. That's on there's actually 4 different forms of AI in it. There's base Pokemon, and then there's base trainers, and then there's maybe it was just 3. I don't remember. Then there's gym leaders, and then I think there's Elite Four and some special trainers like Gary and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
the way that it works is the base Pokemon have the real shit AI. Trainers try to take try to take type advantage into account, but the AI is bad, so it only takes the first type into account and then stops looking.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that for like Victory Bell, who's grass poison, I think.
Yeah. Almost. Yeah, all the grass Pokemon in Gen 1 are grass poison.
That's weird. Well, is Bulbasaur?
Yep.
Weird. So a trainer would look at the grass and be like, oh, I have a psychic move. I should use that. And then it's just not effective at all because you're a psychic type.
Mm-hmm.
Or, sorry, poison. You're a poison type.
Nah. Psychic's good against poison,
Was it
but
that?
not good against grass.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
My bad. Either way, the thought behind it still stands.
Which I only remember because I was associated with the scene from A Princess Bride where he switches the goblets around.
Oh. Okay. I'll try to remember that. So that's interesting. And then another level up is I think they can use items. They have a chance to use items. And then the final one, they have all of that, and then also look to, I think, switch Pokemon if they're at a really bad time.
Mm-hmm. Voltorb's right. Ghost was bad. But, well, I mean, Ghost would have been good, but the only Ghost types were also Poison type because it was Ghastly Hunter and Gengar.
Dude, I love Ghost type. It's sad.
We didn't have a Mono Ghost type until Gen 2.
Which was
Misdreavus.
Ooh. That is a common ghost nowadays.
Yeah. I still want a Ghost normal type that's just like a, like a white ghost with like the O's for eyes and mouth.
Yeah, it's just like a bad Halloween costume.
Yes.
Yeah, Gen 1 had some issues. I love Gen 1. I'm a Gen 1er, but there are some problems.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't focused on they were focused more on thematics than they were on creating like a mechanical system.
That's, I feel, why
because it was never meant to be I don't think they were thinking of it as a competitive thing.
Not at all.
Out the gate. Why would they?
They were just thinking, your friends are going to collect them, and that's why we have different versions.
It's a game. The game is there to be fun.
I think that really kicked off, I want to say, once you could play online. But you had link cable,
Yeah.
so I mean,
Yeah, you could battle, but like I imagine there was always some very, very small sweaty scene for
Yeah.
like link cable competitive battles.
For me, it was just
But
before school.
it picked up a lot during the DS era.
Yeah. Once you could battle anyone. Bolt or
At
Bass?
least that's when I uh, I was made aware of it, I guess. So I
Mm-hmm.
might have a little
Bias.
information bias.
That's fine. Do you have a favorite gen? Boltorb said theirs. I do not know your gender, friend. I am sorry. It's 4, 2, 5, 3, 1, and then the rest.
Um, favorite gen. I'm gonna say 3, 6. To 3, 6, 2, 4, 5, 1.
2 might be my favorite. I feel like that's gonna be a lot of nostalgia talking though, because like I loved the shit out of 1 and played the shit out of 1, and then 2 came out, and I was like, oh my god, it's like 1 but twice as much, which isn't quite true, but
Yeah, and you get to actually see that guy that was at the opening of Pokemon the first movie.
right. Like there was so much cool shit in Gold and Silver.
Yeah, the bug catching competition.
Yeah. Cool Safari Zone. Good list. 2 was good. Just leveling to 100 is a task. Well, I feel like it's leveling to 100 is a task in any of them, unless I'm just missing some sort of grind spots.
Uh, they made everything easier since Gen 6 because like they gave you an XP share that you can just toggle on and off for your whole party.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm fine with that nowadays. I don't have infinite time.
But Gen 6 was just such a breath of fresh air for the whole series because
Gen 1, you can do anything,
Black and White were unfinished.
right? That's why they came out with the
And I like
sequels.
what they tried to do. I like that they kind of tried to put you into a whole new region, and you could only find the Pokemon in that region.
Yeah.
And if they had done that with Gen 6, that would have been a perfect game for me.
Wow. Well, get a ROM hack.
But the Gen 6 didn't have a big enough dex to do that.
Oh. I gotcha. Yeah, it's hard for me to say because I missed all of the DS games, and then the modern games have. I'll just say they are not my favorite.
No.
Um,
Sun and Moon, again, unfinished.
I did play the 3DS ones.
Yeah.
I thought. Was Sun and Moon the island ones?
Yes.
I thought those were neat.
Yeah, they're neat. They had a bunch of neat ideas, but still felt lacking, I would say.
I think that was the first one I came back to after a couple years of not playing newer Pokemon games. So that's probably why I'm also like, wow, they've really changed it up.
I mean, they built that engine for X and Y, and X and Y was just such a game changer. And also had one of my new favorite Pokemon, which was Hawlucha,
Oh yeah,
which
Halucha's
is
great.
just Lucha Bird.
I didn't play Black and White 1 or 2. I heard they were harder, which I'm all for. With specifically
They were
Pokemon.
broken.
I heard they were kind of overtuned.
They were also, again, unfinished, which is why they released 2 versions of them.
Right.
So, you know, they had like these areas that were supposed to be unique to each one, but both of them were entirely empty and only had a Pokemon Center in them.
Weird.
And there were also just game-breaking bugs.
Well, that's in every game though. I watch a YouTuber called Picaspri. It looks like Pika Spray. Um, he does. He basically makes um, save files on Pokemon games that are like hell files, like
Hmm.
getting you stuck where all you can do aside from delete the game is to go or delete the file is to go through some terrible thing to be able to play like normal, like getting you trapped in the Elite Four, where you have like 6 level 100 Pokemon that only know Harden or something. So
So
you,
you have to like use Harden until they can only struggle out and
yep,
hope you can survive.
yep, shit like that. It's a really fun series. It's called soft lock picking.
Well, like one of the issues I ran into with Pokemon Black is they made double battles in the wild, a thing. You could run into two Pokemon at once.
Huh.
So, it can happen at any time, but they didn't have a contingency if both of your Pokemon faint in the same turn.
Oh, and I've had that happen in other games.
Yeah, so when you go to try and switch in a Pokemon, it doesn't know what to do after that because it's got 2 slots to fill, but doesn't know how to do that.
Hmm.
Which seems like a really
Obvious.
that's a big oversight.
Yeah. That's something that they would probably nowadays patch, because that's a big issue.
Mm-hmm. The patching wasn't an option then, but I also imagine
Thankfully.
that that Game Freak dev cycle has always been a thing
Yeah. I hope.
because they're like, you did it once with Sugimori,
Yeah.
or not Sugimori. I forget who saved Pokemon.
The Lugia guy?
Yeah.
Don't remember. Let's go look up Takeshi Shuda.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already struck lightning in a bottle once.
So you can just keep doing that with every game, right?
Well, hopefully that's why they came out with the new Pokemon Studio or whatever. I don't know if they took it away from Game Freak, but I know that they made a new studio.
Well, I hope they didn't take it from Game Freak, because unless Game Freak was just really set in their ways, I imagine it was always pressure from Nintendo
That's what I would think, yeah.
being like, all our money's in merchandise, so we already made a bunch of plushies of this cute character, so put it out before Christmas.
I'm pretty sure it'd be pressure from the Pokemon Company, though, is the issue, because they're tying it in with the anime and the manga and all the merch and everything. Because, I don't know, it's probably pressure from multiple places, a shitty board somewhere.
I don't know how the whole structure is laid out either, if I'm being honest.
Fair. It's always someone breathing down your neck, though. Speaking of, Travis, you only got 15 minutes remaining.
I can't work like this!
Well, you're gonna have to. Y'all play Rogue or Soul Lock? I'd say Nintendo's the offender there. They definitely pressure Smash tournaments. No, they just stopped Smash tournaments. That's their specialty. That and fucking Nintendo, their biggest problem nowadays is they're just overly litigious. They are so invested in everyone using their shit and using it the way that they want, which is why you don't have, again, organic communities like the fucking Smash community, where they just everyone comes from miles away. Oh, miles is too small, but you travel cross country to go to Evo, and then they're like, oh, there's no Smash Melee. Yeah, fuck off, Nintendo there. What is Pokerogue or Solok? Is it like a Nuzlocke? ROM hack?
I play Showdown, which is just like you can either build a team or play random online,
Oh, that's cool.
and it's just for those battle dorks like me.
I think I watched a YouTube about a guy that was making an AI to do that. Like an AI to just fight people well. He was trying to
Oh wow!
like the kind of like blue not blue, what the fuck is the chess bot?
Uh,
I was going to say blue
shit.
sky, but that's not right.
It is something blue.
Deep blue? Pit?
Deep blue.
I think that's right. But yeah, similar to that.
I was gonna say blue dream, but
That's just
I
weed.
think that's a weed.
Yeah. And I think pale blue is a Firefox knockoff. So I don't think it's that either.
But Deep Blue Ink is a YouTube animator.
Yeah, and was it Deep Blue's a song, but it's Deep Purple. Not a song, it's a band.
Is it Blue Oyster Cult?
Maybe. What do you know like the reason behind that name by chance? I don't either. Hey, I just wanted to know if there was a reason.
I thought you had a story for me.
I will soon.
Also, those band name stories, usually it's just like, hey, we came up with a nonsense thing.
Yeah.
But then if they make it big, they have to come up with some kind of, and then we saw a bunch of blue oysters in hoods worshiping Satan, and we were like, that's our band name.
Well, it's not as cool as that. The Perlman, the guy behind it, just saw it, or he claims to have just seen it in a restaurant menu and liked the name, so he wrote it as a home title, which eventually became the band's.
You know what? That's satisfying because it's grounded,
It's true.
and I'll take it.
Yeah.
Pearl Jam said that like one of the band members had an Aunt Pearl who made really good jam. But no, it's just a gross name for cum.
Oh. Damn it. You've ruined it. You've soiled it.
Nah, it was soiled from the get-go.
That's, yeah. I always think of, Nickelback.
Nickelback, I'll take the whole damn quarter.
Well, you're very close if you don't know the name. The guy from Nickelback was, I don't know what he was buying, but a guy's like, here's your Nickelback, and he's like, that's it.
That's how I'm gonna make it.
What are you making?
A nickel.
Oh shit. Do you want your nickel back?
That's it.
What?
I have an idea.
All right, I think we can come up with a better bit than this. I'm gonna abandon bit.
Here's your dime.
That's it. Under 500 my ass. Man, I'm sorry. That sucks to type out a fucking story and then Twitch is like,
We'll look into it.
You know
we'll
what?
do our own research.
I got this thing called Google right here. Paste and go. Pokerogue. Hey, look, it's a website.
That's all I need. That's how I learned about the moon landing, the flat Earth, the Dow Jones.
Yeah, keep it going. I'm doing something. Hold on. Don't worry about it.
That's how I learned about what the government doesn't want us to know about elephant seals.
Oh, I have to register
It's
for.
how I learned about chlamydia in koalas and how that's not true.
Okay, you're gonna have to elaborate that.
And that the Prime Minister of Australia spread that around because they had chlamydia.
You're saying they're fucking koalas?
No, they're saying they got it from a koala, but no, they just got it from a night on the town. And they
Oh.
shouldn't be ashamed of that.
No, there's nothing wrong. Well, there's nothing wrong with having. Well, you shouldn't be ashamed of what you can't change. And
You shouldn't be ashamed of having chlamydia. You should get it treated because it's treatable.
no, it's not
And
it's unchangeable.
no, that doesn't eat your brain. Syphilis eats your brain.
Just wrap it up, and then you probably won't.
Yeah, wrap it up.
You probably just won't get it then.
Wrap it up.
Yep.
In aluminum foil,
Mhm.
shaped like a swan.
Yep.
I mean, presentation is everything.
You can tell it's been a while since I've fucked around on OBS.
Ooh, yeah, we've got some fossils here.
Yep.
Walmart bag? Use what you got.
Dude, I'll shit in a Walmart bag. I'll shit in a Walmart bag right now. Voltorb, this is not an ad for our Discord, but if you're in our Discord, you can totally just send the stuff there. I don't think there's nearly.
Oh yeah, we got a community
stringent.
Discord. Open invite, baby. Get over there in the Dead Man's Saloon. Order yourself a drink.
Yeah, we might pour you one. I think we have something better than piss this week.
Davey's always out there keeping us on our toes with those custom cocktail orders.
Let me get you that link if I can remember where it is. I'll just make a new one.
Just copy the one that's there because I made it good for the time being.
Okay. It's on Discord, silly. That's where the server was.
On the internet. Where most servers are.
You think we have a bot set up? Our bot's taking a break. Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad thing to have set up. But nope, hold on. I just gotta find.
I don't trust robots. They're out here trying to take my job.
That's fair. No, I just gotta figure out where we put the invite. Maybe it's important stuff.
No, if you just go to Dead Man's Saloon, drop down, and then just copy the invite link that's already created. I got it. Copy. Paste.
The gamble bot.
What happened to Gamblebot? What did you do?
Well, maybe it wasn't. Oh wait, you had to do a number. Damn it! No. I don't remember the gamble control either. Fuck. Yeah, I'll look at Nightbot.
What have you done to Gamblebot?
I gave him a break. Will you believe it?
He was the only friend I had in this town.
Yeah, that's true. And now he's I was gonna say dead, but that'd be clearly a lie.
Gamblebot, I didn't mean it. I miss you.
probably shouldn't gamble your son's college fund. You should probably just buy an RV. That's what my parents did.
Then it's not a gamble, it's an investment.
That's right. And then you sell it before
In
I ever
many
get to use it.
vacations to come.
I'll just show up back at my house one day and it's in the driveway. And then I go, "Where's my college money?" And they go, "It's in the driveway." Did you bury it under the... Nope. It's on top of the asphalt. What? And then I realized...
Go to the School of Hard Knocks, baby.
Oh, but if you win, you can buy 2 RVs. Or you can get that RV from... you can get Pete's RV from a Goofy movie. That RV was pretty bitchin'. It had a bowling alley. Don't you want to go bowling when you're camping?
Almost always.
You're like, this is good, but we could be bowling.
Yeah. I bet they even had a nacho bar in there.
I would be honestly surprised.
Pete spares no expense. What do you even do for a living?
What does he do? I think we know this. Doesn't he work with Goof? In like the
Work at business?
Goofy movie job. How do we know? Goofy was a male photographer, but I thought he worked with Pete.
We didn't see Goofy's job, or I guess
You do, because he has the whole like
he was a
midlife
photographer
crisis.
in the first one. But I think. But he lost his corporate job in the second one, which is why he had to go to college and compete in the X Games. Man, I'm 32. When am I going to compete in the X Games?
Probably not when you're 33. Maybe when you're 34.
I'll get there someday. I thought that was the one thing I had looking forward to in this damn dismal life.
You know, I think you can still look forward to it. You just got to put in some effort. Some more effort.
I thought I was going to fall ass backwards into it and just kind of goof around on one roller skate and save the day.
Sadly, only if you are a trust.
Ah. Are you saying Goofy's a trust fund kid?
I mean, PJ probably is, but I don't know.
Absolutely.
Maybe Pete is as well. Maybe they're just old money.
That wouldn't surprise me, but I don't think he'd be so suburban if he was like old money.
That's true.
Pete could be new money, but it was easier to be new money in like the 70s and 80s.
Maybe Pete has like a sugar mama.
Oh yeah, we saw her in Goof Troop.
Did we?
Yeah. Pete had a wife, and she must have been the rich one, and then in Goofy Movie, he inherited all her wealth.
Oh, I forgot it. Yeah, yep. That adds up. Wait. Why was her name Peg Pete? What are they trying to say?
Subliminal messaging.
Clearly.
So what do you think of my DJ Mime Rock?
Holy shit, he's dropping bars.
Yeah, see, no one knows if that he's just silent up there, or if the mic's always cut out. But it's more of a gimmick than anything.
He's just a hype man.
He's up there lip syncing.
That's great. Megan P.D. Hill. Uh-oh. I'm gonna give you a full points there. I love it. Once I remember where the points are.
Hell yeah.
Well, Travis, I need to go freshen up after that. You care if we go on break for a bit?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I could also powder my nose.
Alrighty, we'll be right back.
Wherever it goes.
Yes. Don't get lost in the sauce.
Ooh, it's hot.
Yeah, it's red hot.
You got those bars fitting. Bear and Mime seem to be working together pretty well. They got a nice flow going.
They do, and when this message came in, I couldn't turn this immortal figure down. They say that you're.
Oh, you got a ringer?
I do. Now, who better but family? When you think about it.
Right. I mean, wait. Are you bringing in a Nepo baby?
No. I'm bringing in a cousin of us all. Now, when I say cousin, who first comes to mind, Travis?
Cousin Skeeter.
No, not that one.
Cousin. One of those weird. Arnold's cousin that kind of looks like him and tries to take over his life.
Oh my God, what was this?
And then Arnold's crush falls for him because,
Yeah.
you really can't fight love.
He had the looks. I think it was Arnie.
Mm-hmm.
I think his name was
I was
Arnie.
going to say Abner, but Abner was the pig.
That was the pig, yep. No, the cousin I was thinking of was Cousin Fred.
Cousin Fred.
Yes.
Oh.
From Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah, I mean, how can I say no to that?
How can you say no to that? He looks like...
I don't think I have a choice.
Well, you don't. You can't. We already signed him. But he looks like he belongs on in Death Grips. Or
I could see that.
Or maybe Slipknot. You could put him in an orange jumpsuit. All right. How much time do you want on this vision board now?
I think I'm really gonna have to set the stage on this one.
Okay.
Really bring it all together.
I'm giving you the full 60 then.
All right. Well, we're gonna make this band happen.
Hell yeah, I'm excited. 3?
I don't think I have the option to let down you and Cousin Fred.
You better not, or you might be out of a band job.
Can't have that.
No, then we're gonna have to. I don't want to pay someone else. So yeah, 3, 2, 1, draw.
All right. Now, does your cousin have any musical experience?
I asked him that, and he looked at me and he went, "Yes," and would not elaborate.
All right. Well, if you trust him, I trust him.
I trust. Also, he's not strictly my cousin. He's everyone's cousin. He's kind of like a cousin Howdy.
The progenitor of cousinhood.
Yeah. The primordial cousin.
The platonic ideal of cousin.
That one was a little much even for me. I like that you started with his face first. His mouth first.
I mean,
You gotta get it right.
I don't want to caricature, but, caricatures have taught us that you got to start with the biggest features first.
Yeah.
And I've been practicing caricature. It's a tough art style. I always wrote it off as kind of, a boardwalk sideshow piece, but there's a reason they teach it in art school. it's a tough skill to really master.
What made you want to take a crack at it?
Um, well, I mean, Dakota and Joe took it, like, did a little segment on it as part of their art school.
Yeah.
Um, and I have a friend who did it, like, kind of regularly. So I thought it would be a nice tool to have in, my repertoire.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't say it's a tool in my toolbox just yet, but
You're building it.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough to really quickly stylize a person in a way that looks, because as goofy as caricatures are, like, there's still kind of an appealing look to them.
Do you
Even if they are all on dune buggies and surfboards.
think you can do nice caricatures, or do you think they always have to be a little bit punchy?
I think if you're going to get a caricature done, you have to kind of have a sense of humor about, your physical features,
Yeah.
because they're always going to be accentuated in a way. So, like, it's not something you want to seek out if you have, a lot of dysmorphia. You're not really addressing, I guess,
Yeah.
because they're going to draw you in a, like you said, a punchy way. And that's the whole point of the style.
I think it was it may have been Nathan for you that he had a caricature on, or something like that. Or not Nathan.
As one of his clients, or
Yeah. I think he had one that was trying to be real nice, and it just was fucking failing.
yeah, I mean, if you're being nice, then you're gonna try to have to lean towards realism,
Right.
and that takes an entirely different skill set.
Mm-hmm.
I guess a nice caricature would be chibi art.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because you're going to be drawn cute and kind of chubby no matter what you actually look like. And you're going to be drawn with a little bean body.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, now that I'm drawing it, I think Cousin Fred could be in Gorillas. Like, if Ace from Powerpuff Girls didn't take over for Murdoch, I think Cousin Fred could have really hit that scene.
Dude, that would have been so cool. But I would love to see Cousin Fred in anything. He should team up with Dad. Though I think Dad's over.
You think so?
I think he ended it, is what I mean.
Oh, wild.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's always what he's been chasing, is kind of, success on his own feet. And by him, I mean Nathan.
Yeah.
But Dad's the one that took off because the Dad project was, really fun. And then, obviously, Creator Clash really got him on the scene.
I feel like that's why he did it, but I don't think it could have gone worse for it could have gone better for him with the 20-second knockout or decision or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. 22 seconds, baby.
Yep. Yeah, I think now he's getting or gotten funding to. Did you ever watch the Car 1 Neutral? I think it was Neutral.
I didn't watch Neutral. I watched Milford.
Okay, yeah. I definitely recommend Neutral. It's really good. We've mentioned it before, but check it out on
Mhm.
YouTube. It's a like 30-minute short film by Nathan Barnett.
Yeah, he's always been really creative
Hmm.
and just never really got that break, I guess.
Yeah, and I think he's trying to uh, just really do what he wants to do because while Dad is good and it's cool to be, known on the internet or whatever, it's not what he wants. Like strictly, he's been known on the internet for decades now.
Hmm. And Dad was like, I think he got everything he wanted out of that project,
Yeah, I mean, he made
and
me
kind of
and
working it
more.
into like working the lore into Creator Clash was
Yeah,
icing.
such a good idea.
Hmm. But you know, when are we getting a Trail of WoW feature film?
Ooh, that would be great. I think it'd be kind of like Napoleon Dynamite, just
Yeah,
in like feel.
it'd be more so if it were like Keith.
Yeah, I could. Yeah,
But I also like he hasn't really done much Keith stuff since Dad.
no, I don't know um what he's gonna do next in terms of character work. He did Man for a bit,
Yeah,
so maybe that's
maybe we'll just see Nathan, raw Nathan.
that would be weird.
Find it on Pornhub. Raw Nathan. Search it.
Right next to Pagan Petey Hill.
Now I have to remember to put all these in the tags whenever I post this to YouTube.
Yeah, get us
Really
no.
just ride that little bit of clout.
If we really wanted to ride clout, we would have done something with the Kendrick Drake beef.
Ah, yeah, that's something I'm knowledgeable about.
Oh, really? That's fine.
No.
Yeah, there was just some beef between Hotline Bling's Drake and Kendrick. Drake
Close
was
surprises, Kendrick.
uh Kendrick was just saying how like he's the best and how he doesn't want to share a crown. Like there's no big three to him, and he doesn't want to share a crown with a bunch of losers. One of those losers being Drake, who does seem like a loser now that I know more about him.
Oh yeah, it was no secret that
No.
Yeah, we knew all this nasty stuff, and the fact that he's still prevalent is bullshit.
Yeah.
And who was the third? It was J. Cole?
I don't remember.
Who I think started kind of the idea of the big three, and then after this whole beef started, J. Cole's like, nah, I'm out.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe not.
This was a bad idea.
I don't even remember where we got on this. Oh well.
How about staying relevant?
Hmm.
So Israel or Palestine?
I think all lives matter. I could not.
That's a nice unloaded middle ground answer.
Yeah.
I've been.
How about
David
you?
Cross has a podcast now,
Yeah.
and so he'll just bring that up.
God.
If there's like a lull in conversation, that's like his go-to, just to make the guest uncomfortable.
That's a good one.
Yeah. It started off as him going, so how do you feel about non-binary Hamas?
Hummus?
Just loading a bunch of buzzwords into a single phrase, a bunch of
Yeah,
contradictory. Yeah,
bunch of jargon.
but his podcast is really good, and obviously, being a comedy staple, has some really great guests on.
Oh, for sure. I'd kill to have any of those guests. Even just talk to them. That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. I was gonna say this, but it's the wrong word. I was gonna say exposure, but literally exposure me to them. Like that, there's so much that
Oh
I
yeah,
could learn from someone that's been doing comedy for a while, or really been doing any sort of like higher up elbowing.
David Cross though. Like I think I'd be afraid to. I'd be so afraid of embarrassing myself in front of him.
Yeah, saying a real flat joke,
Yeah, just because of how like
just
brutal he can be.
or just sounding real dumb.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear is sounding dumb in front of David Cross specifically.
See, I feel that way about Conan now that I watch Conan on Hot Ones, and I was just and
Hmm.
some other stuff like Space Ghost and what. I've been getting more exposure to Conan O'Brien, which is funny because I don't know. I'm not young. Like I've known about this man. I'd love to
Yeah,
talk
but
to him, but he seems really smart and kind of an asshole in the way that like he's gonna pick you apart if you let him.
hmm. But I mean, like that's kind of how we've known Conan.
Yeah, I
Like
don't.
a lot of these comedy people knew him through like writing and stuff on SNL and
Yeah,
Simpsons.
and who knows
So
that stuff?
they're always talking about him as this comedy genius, and we only saw him on like a late night talk show, which
Right.
is probably not the best, uh, exposure for somebody who you want to respect as like a comedian.
Yeah, they're just pulling out of their ass every night. No offense, but that's just every night's
It's
gonna.
topical stuff,
Yep.
yeah. Um, and they've got writers on those shows, and the shows kind of have to pull punches to stay likable.
Mm-hmm. Unlike like South Park, who still does topical stuff, but they don't care.
Hmm. I mean,
They're
that's
doing
how
what
they've
TV allows
made their
them.
bread and butter. Yeah.
Bread and butter.
Hungry. I'm going to the farmers market,
Yeah.
getting some truffle butter,
Ooh.
and that's a game changer.
What have you made anything with it?
Um, I've made everything with it.
Oh, do
I made a
tell.
pasta with some morel mushrooms and shrimp. I put it on sandwiches. I put it in stir fries.
Really, it's just like really is a game changer.
It's just a go-to, yeah.
Nice.
Can't say I've had a bad experience with it. Also, tried something new yesterday. So I'm a really culinary cosmonaut.
Yeah.
I made a s'more, but instead of a marshmallow, I used toasted brie.
Whoa. And I'm guessing it worked if you're telling us about it.
Yeah, it was really good. Like I'm like, this is
Some monsters.
this has potential to fail. This has strong potential to fail.
Yeah. What's another? I have to find a new soundtrack. Jack X ran out.
I would say the Scott Pilgrim the Game soundtrack, but
Oh yeah.
we know
Unfortunately.
how loaded that could be.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pick a fight with that.
Universal Music Group
No.
is pretty litigious.
I'll do Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
Hell yeah. Maybe just put on some actual death grips.
Okay.
They're not going to sue us, right?
No, our VOD will just get muted. We'll be fine. But if you out there in the audience want to hear some death grips, just let me know.
Go to youtube.com/deathgrips.
Yeah.
/I want to listen.
That'd be really funny if that was how you listen to music on YouTube. They should make
It's not.
Well, why YouTube? It's a front end for YouTube, so you don't have to pay for YouTube. I hope this isn't true because I'm just making it up. There are front ends. Don't pay YouTube if you don't have to or don't want to.
I learned about what is it? Archive. If you run into an article site with a paywall,
Yeah.
if you go to archive.is/ the URL of the article you're trying to read, and it's been archived, you can just read it.
Dude, that's awesome. I usually just try to hit, I think it's like F9 or F10 or something, and it shows the page without images or something, and sometimes that'll get around the paywall.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Or if any sites are like, hey, you should turn off your ad blocker because we need money. I'm like, or I can hit this button. Sorry, guys.
Depends on who you are.
Yeah.
How aggressive your ads are.
There are some that are super bad. I hate browsing the internet on a phone.
Mm-hmm.
It takes your fucking 6-inch screen or whatever. Suddenly you have a 2-inch screen.
Mm-hmm. Because you've got one big banner ad up top that scrolls down with you.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got pop-ups that wait until you try to click on something.
And they make the
X you
as small
move to
as
click
possible.
on a button, and then they make sure you click on that ad.
It's awful. It's legitimately browsing the internet in the old days. Actually, it's worse.
Oh, it absolutely is, because it's targeted.
Yeah.
It's been called the enshittification of the internet, which isn't my term, it's the term for it.
That makes sense. The pop-ups that are the worst, or whatever, the ads that are the worst, are when you're scrolling and it literally shrinks your fucking visible screen. Because it's a blue box that's suddenly around your entire phone.
Or the ones that take up the entire screen, and then they have an X up there.
And it's fake.
But they're secretly timed.
Yeah.
So even if you click the X or click out of it, it still takes a while before it actually responds.
And I'm not even talking about fucking phone apps, games or whatever. Those are terrible too. If a phone game has a full screen mandatory ad, I just uninstall it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
The way to do that, I feel, is probably to give a little option to click on an ad, and you'll get some rewards.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that.
And
sure.
a lot of phone games do that. And it's a 10 to 30 second video.
Yeah. And I mean, if I can just, I'll do that and have my sound off and just turn my phone upside down. Whatever. I'm not going to pay attention to the ad, but that's fine. I can tune out of my phone for 30 seconds. Cool. That's probably healthy for me.
I play a lot of Super Auto Pets, and it has no ads.
Hell yeah. Was it one you had to buy?
And they better keep it that way. What's that?
Did you have to buy the game?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Free game. It's just a little auto battler where you get to make your team and then send them into battle. It rules.
Past many an hour.
And they're constantly switching up the kind of free pack, so you never really have to pay for anything unless you really feel like supporting, which, you know, I do because they seem like a morally scrupulous company.
Yeah, I've gotten over my super aversion to tiny microtransactions. I'm not a fan, but I understand that they keep the game alive.
Hmm.
And
And I
like,
mean, a big part of it's about being in a financial position to be able to
yep,
do that.
justify it.
Because for so long, I definitely was not,
Yeah,
because I was working at a hotel and at a liquor store at the same time
yep, and still
and
not
just
making it.
scraping by. But it's nice to be able to support small creators that you enjoy. Like I have a Patreon subscription because I like the people I'm subscribed to.
Yeah, me too. I actually kept mine while they were in hiatus because I forgot about it.
Oh, nice. But
Yeah,
now they're
whoops.
back, baby.
Hell
And I
yeah.
know exactly who you're talking about.
Yep.
And they came back in a big old way
Oh yeah, still at it. I actually
with
found.
some just high quality videos.
Yeah.
You found what?
Oh, I just found their stuff to be really enjoyable.
Hmm. I mean, they've always been really talented. Like they,
Talking about Super Mega at this point.
yeah, they push, but they're not like edgelord comics, I'd say.
Yeah, they used to be a lot edgier, and they've even stated that. But they said that was just the YouTube climate. You know, that's just what you did at the time.
Right.
I don't know. It's
But
not
they've always kind
excusing
of
it.
walked a line
Yes.
with, I would say, some deftness. And even now, like their jokes and stuff, they're never crossing lines into just very obscene territory.
Yeah, it's never.
But they're still taking much bigger swings than a lot of other, contemporaries.
It shows some thought goes behind it, typically.
Hmm. And they came up as editors, and that really shows in their styling, even though they're not really editing their own stuff. Like a lot of their humor comes in their editing, and they're making much more of that now.
And now they're able to do more than just games.
So Let's Plays are dead, baby. That's all moved to Twitch.
I guess so. And then YouTube's like, wait, you can go live here. YouTube Live's not good. I've had to interact with it in my day-to-day, and it's just not good. Like, the moderation controls are way worse. I don't really like that a single channel can stream a bunch of channels, like treat off of it. It's very confusing to me, but maybe I'm just old.
What do you mean?
So, like, say Super Mega went live with something, they could go live on 10 different streams under the same Super Mega stream. Doing 10 different things.
Yeah.
And that's just weird.
Like on different platforms, or?
No, all on the Super Mega YouTube channel.
Gotcha.
It's just, there's a live section, and then, like, videos or whatever. It's just each stream that is live under Super Mega is there, and then it instantly gets archived under the same everything and all that, which is cool. It's just confusing. Like, I wouldn't know when someone specific was live or something. I don't know.
Right.
I was like, Naug? What is Naug?
Oh, you don't know what Naug is?
I don't know.
You gotta get hip to that Zoomer slang. We're gonna Naug up Baby Gronk.
Yeah, we're getting nauged tonight.
Just like the Black Eyed Peas sing about.
They were mega hip then, if they were naug back then.
Oh yeah, I mean they were 2008. Turns out we were all 2000 late.
I hate that. I hate being 2000 late, man. You know that.
I've never been 2000 late to anything.
I'm very 2000 punctual.
I'm 2000 on time, if anything.
Yeah, and you're 2000 on grime.
Oh no!
Yep. Nasty.
I tried so hard to stay hip
Go take a shower, boy.
and clean.
You're washed. You're now they say cooked. You're not washed anymore.
Oh yeah, you're boiled and fried.
That's right. I'm gonna bring that tomorrow. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Except for they can't say that. There's no swearing in my presence.
Stop trying to make boiled and fried happen.
Chat, I'm fried and not air fried.
Deep fried, baby.
Yeah. We're clogging tonight. And I ain't talking the wooden kind. We're not going out dancing. We don't have the heart for that.
We're pleated. Pleated on the uptick,
Yep.
as they say. Is this good? Is this a good bit?
This is
Tell us if this is a good bit.
or a bad one. Really?
We crave your validation.
Well, enjoy it.
Oh, I crave it. I can't
Oh.
get enough.
Sickness?
I live for it.
Do you sleep it? Do you eat it?
Yeah, I will do anything for validation.
Well, chat, you heard it here first. Pray off that.
What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? You just tell me. Tell me and I'll do it.
Keep doing what you're doing.
You got it. You got it.
Wow. Well, you got 30 minutes to do it.
I think I got it.
I think you do. Fucking great. I find it interesting. Do you think Bear also slap basses?
Absolutely. His talents don't really get to shine. Occasionally he'll get a good solo, like as we've seen from them kind of jamming up here.
Right.
Obviously trained jazz bass player. But, you know, you kind of have to fit into this EDM scene. Kind of create that big party vibe. So occasionally they'll do a big slap bass solo.
Hell yeah.
But a lot of time it's just kind of laying down those bass lines to go along with the accompaniment.
Who, I was gonna say, who do you think came up with the idea of the band? But that was us.
Yeah, we auditioned them. And honestly, I'd say we got a big-titted hit on our hands.
Well, there is a missing part here, Travis, but I'll let you jump into that later.
Missing part? What do you think?
Well,
I mean, I think I'd
missing.
say they're slaying.
They're missing the fourth person.
A fourth person?
You've got all these song ideas.
if I don't want to harsh this chemistry, though, if I just write the songs, that'd be fine by me, honestly.
Okay, we'll put you on the inside of the album where there's like a mention or something.
Yeah, I,
Okay,
you
just
know, I, I'm not one to let my ego get in the way of what I think could be actual magic.
first I've ever heard. Well, sign here
Okay,
and here, and initial here.
okay.
Okay, I'm gonna get
And
the
it's not just because you're holding the gun that I'm not allowed to touch anymore.
well, not just.
No, I believe in this project.
Yeah, me too. I'm a big believer. I'm seeing dollar bills already.
I believe for this band they're called the Bear Leavers.
Okay, so Uncle Fred's just repping his old band as well.
They're called the Naughties, but we know Bear's kind of well, the cuddly one, the fan favorite.
Yeah. I mean, just imagine. I'm not gonna get into that. I was gonna get into something wouldn't be able to come back from.
Now get into it.
Just imagine, just chilling out with all of them. Bear playing bass on the tour bus couch, and then you just snuggling up in his stomach. It looks so inviting.
Definitely. Because like that energy that Fred and Mime are bringing, they're fucking wild. Fun at a party, but they cannot chill.
So how does Bear do it then? How is he gonna get along with two like people that are on all the time?
Bear's just here for the music.
That's his secret. He's just here for the music.
Mm-hmm. And if this is an avenue in which he gets to just jam, then that's what he's here for.
I respect that. I respect that. That's why everyone's getting the cuts they're getting, and the cuts they deserve, and the cuts they signed for.
Right. I mean, I kind of signed hastily. What's my cut?
Oh, we'll talk about it when the money's coming in. There's no point in getting ahead of ourselves.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, yeah, it'd be a little shameless to talk about it here
Yeah,
on stream.
on the air. Come on.
Yeah,
Say-
I know how it is. Even I have my shame.
Let's just say there's gonna be. I'm seeing a millionaire in this room.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey,
Big
chat.
numbers.
Don't tell anyone, but I hope it's me.
Big numbers.
Ooh, like
Like four.
lots of zeros?
A couple.
4?
Yeah. There's a 4 in there. And there's some zeros.
It's not the smallest number I know.
Nope. I know smaller than at least 400. Or maybe just $4. Or it could be 4
There's-
cents.
4 and some zeros.
Yeah.
This is sounding good to me.
Yeah. It's gonna be the most money we've seen in a while.
Because unlike Bear, I'm not as, I guess, just true blue to the real art of it. I know I got a mouth to feed.
Yeah. Yours.
Yeah. There's a mouth that grew out of my abdomen and keeps saying, feed me.
That sounds like you have 2 mouths to feed.
No, I stopped feeding the
Top mouth.
top mouth with which I talk
Oh, see,
because all the food goes to the tummy mouth.
that actually sounds really convenient when you put it that way.
It doesn't satiate me in any conceivable way, but it demands all the food.
That explains the IV.
Mm-hmm. The doctor said I should do it,
Yeah.
but the tummy keeps saying, give me that.
Tummy wants to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
What else does the tummy like to eat?
Hamburgers, and
Horses?
uh, anything that moves, really.
Because
It likes the chase.
when I got here today, I did notice we were down 3 horse legs and a horse body and a horse head and tail.
Oh, that was Tum Tum.
Yeah, all I found was a horse leg.
I was a little scared at first, but I mean, at a certain point, you just gotta roll your eyes and go with it.
Did you ever beat or play much of not Cyberpunk, the other one, Hi-Fi Rush?
I didn't play much of it. The humor turned me off
That's fair.
because it was very much like that just happened,
Mm-hmm.
which just seems like a placeholder instead of writing an actual joke that they never got back to. But that was all the writing in the game.
Yeah, I definitely felt that as well. But
But it seems like a neat
the game itself is
conceit
fun,
for an engine.
and the music was really good. They had a bunch of
Mhm.
in-studio made music as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they had a license mode, or a streaming mode where it would change all the licensed music to music that they still, approved of they made for the game.
Hmm.
That still would give the same feel and everything. And I thought that was a really cool idea.
Oh, absolutely.
Some people are like, this made score is actually better than the soundtrack they picked out. I've heard people say that. It's interesting.
I didn't play very much of it.
Yeah.
Because also I was playing with Bluetooth headphones, and because it's rhythm based.
Ooh, yeah. Any amount of lag would be like, nope.
Hmm. But honestly, it was the humor that turned me off. I'm just like, I cannot do this.
I've definitely had games like that.
I stopped following Marvel movies. I mean, I know comedy writing's hard, but that's why it's an art.
Yep. Well, we've had a lot of strikes too over the past couple of years that I'm sure has hurt the quality of writing as a whole in a lot of places.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Because they're not gonna, pay writers equitably when they could
Not.
do what they're doing instead.
Yep. There's enough media out there that you can just, outsource it to some very cheap mechanical labor. And again, I don't want this to happen, but that's what they're seeing.
Yeah. And it's just a big, dumb, convoluted mess. I was trying to talk to a friend I was playing D&D with about, the big barrier and why AI isn't going to end up helping us. And it was just hard to kind of convey to them.
Yeah.
But the reason it's not going to help us is because there's no immediate financial incentive to it.
Yep.
Is ultimately what it boils down to. Because that's the only internal driver, and that's why planet's gonna die a heat death.
Yet not until you find some sort of entrepreneur that's like, I'm gonna make my own good AI and gonna do good with it. And even then, like, one person's only gonna go
They'll
so
get
far.
JFK'd.
Boy. Yeah.
But more realistically, is just like, because there's no financial incentive, they're going to get choked out by those who are there to make a a quick buck.
Yep. Got about 18 remaining, Travis.
So buy local, folks.
Yeah, just like you were talking about the farmers market earlier.
Only you can prevent total oligarchical rule, or
Yeah.
at least pretend to mitigate it.
Yeah, only you can feel slightly better about it.
And if you are doing your part,
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. There's
I'd like you to make it more public, but I guess if you did, then we'd be like, what the fuck? Guy's doing it for clout. So
yeah, it's
a vicious cycle.
and it seems like the big corporations have kind of weaponized that, you know, any sense of morality against us.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? Do it. Spread it out there.
Yeah. And if you are doing it
Be
for clout,
proud if you're doing good things
whatever,
with
you're
your
doing
money.
good things.
You fought hard for that money,
Yeah.
and you use it for a good thing. On a different topic, we've got quite the supergroup here.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Which, if you had to build a supergroup of artists, like, where would you start? Who would you try to include?
Of any artist?
Just, yeah, across the board. So you could
Uh,
have, like, Beck working with Andre 3000, working with Snoop, working with Mozart.
Oh, jeez.
Like, you're building your Bill and Ted band.
Probably Tyler producing it. Like Tyler the Creator. Let's see.
Ain't no other Tylers I know.
That's fair. It could be Krispy Kreme. Isn't his name Tyler?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't remember his name.
Yeah, there's only one Tyler I know. Sorry, Ty.
Yeah,
You're
sorry.
a Ty, not Tyler.
That's right. Sorry, Tyler. Would have been really funny if you popped in chat. Oh, hey, clown, you popped in chat. Yeah, Twitch jumped you.
Oh, they
into
made a For You page?
Crow.
That's whack.
Tyler the Creasy? What? Cressy. Nope.
Tyler the Crescent Fresh.
Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
Yep, that's a Ty, not a Tyler. Or are you still building your super group?
Oh yeah, I'm still building it. It's just a bunch of ties.
So you've got Tyler, you've got Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
Yeah.
Medea.
This guy from Fight Club, Tyler Durden.
Yeah, okay.
Tyler
As a
the
ghostwriter.
And he's the front man. You gotta look good.
Okay.
And
Yeah, that's
then
fair.
I need another tie, but I had the name. It's gonna be called Ties That Bind.
Ty.
And Hulk
Tyrone.
Clown says Spock, The Rock, and Doc Ock. I'll raise you a Hulk Hogan. Sips my coffee. I realize.
Godzilla and Optimus Prime.
Whoa. Don't get me started. You won't like me when I'm started. On Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I won't. or his manly meat. By the way, Clown, you'll be upset to hear that, or maybe thrilled to hear, that Travis had no clue about the recent beef. Grandstanding, hot dogging, milk staking.
Eggnoggin.
There's nothing they can do. Wait, that wasn't milk steaks. That was what they call it, sloppy steaks.
Yeah. Milk steaks is always sunny.
Yeah.
He wants their finest milk steak over medium.
Clown says you were mad about the recent beef when Clown was last on. We just have like
Oh, if we're talking about the Kendrick beef.
Yeah.
Like,
nothing new happened.
I said I hadn't listened to the songs.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't unaware. From like an informed perspective,
I gotcha.
I haven't taken part in any of it. I was just tired of seeing it all across my timeline. I aggressively did not care.
Yeah. What Josh Peck say about all this?
I bet Josh had some insight.
He probably said, yeah, Drake is a piece of shit. Never met a good Drake. Yeah, see, you sound mad.
Yeah, he was like, Drake took my game sphere, and
It was spherical. Spherical.
And, traded it for a kiss from a girl.
From a hoe. Because Drake's bad, if you remember.
Oh, yeah. But Josh wouldn't say that. Josh was a goody two-shoes.
Yeah, from a lady. A woman.
Yeah. Is that what the J in J. Cole stands for?
Yep.
Josh Peck Cole?
Yep. And that's why he was the other big three. Because he just...
And then Kendrick Lamegan.
More like Kendrick Lamau.
Ha ha ha!
Josh was the bad one in Nick, actually? Nuh-uh. Drake was the bad one. He always had the girls and the hair.
Yeah. He liked to get smooches more than he cared about his brother or his family or doing the right thing. Or making the doorway in the treehouse before they put the wall up.
I'll be honest, I don't remember a single plot point at this moment of Drake and Josh. And I've watched more than 2 episodes.
They built the treehouse.
I don't remember this.
And then I think there was one where they built a laser.
Did it shrink the kids?
No, that was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
See, I don't remember any iCarly because I did not like the show. So I don't even think I really watched it. I remember that they make a show, like an internet show, and
But they had the funny ostrich meme.
I don't know this.
It was just a meme that went around where it was one of their dudes with an ostrich, and they're like, "What do you got there?" And he says a smoothie because he's holding a smoothie while in the elevator with an ostrich.
He clearly was talking about the ostrich.
Yeah. But he's kind of simple, so he's like, "Is a smoothie?"
What does that mean?
Because he's holding the smoothie.
Was he struck as a child?
Potentially.
Oh. Struck simple.
He had donkey brain.
It's got poo brain.
It's rampant.
The older brother was a Jim Carrey type.
Yeah. He played Crazy Steve on Drake and Josh.
I've lost this thread.
You don't remember Crazy Steve from Drake
No.
and Josh? He worked at the movie theater and he was crazy.
What was his craziest moment in his top 10 crazy moments by Crazy Steve?
I think he did like a crazy popcorn stunt. He yelled a lot. That was pretty crazy.
What was his?
I mean,
yeah.
it was pretty much all of them.
Oh. Ostrich, jump off the roof. You remember when they tried to do the Legend of Zelda thing where you grab the bird and jump off something and fly? It didn't work in the show.
In Drake and Josh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was a crazy episode.
It was. And then they had to have Megan
They're like, I played
drive.
this on my Game Sphere.
And then Mega had to steal their parents' car and drive them both to the hospital. It was
Called them
iCarly. Oh,
boobs.
yeah. We're not slow. We're special.
Yeah, we're slow with the times.
Oh, Schneider during.
Oh no, we are 2000 late.
God, it was true. It's all true.
Put us to any amount of pressure. We are 2000 late.
The internet was in love with Crazy Steve. Oh, it's a weird side character to pick because he would break the.
But he was
reputation.
also random.
Oh, he was the bear.
Yeah.
Crazy Steve's the bear in the situation between Drake and Josh.
Yeah, like the bear from the Hulu show The Bear.
That show was cool. Definitely gave me the feeling of a kitchen.
Yeah, it was very tense.
Oh, apparently, Crazy Steve would stay after taping and stuff to make sure nothing weird happened. You know?
Oh, go for Crazy Steve.
Yeah. I think there's a little bit of Crazy Steve in us all. I like to believe that.
Anyone can be a Crazy Steve.
That's right.
Be the Crazy Steve for your neighborhood.
Travis, 5 minutes remain.
Don't worry, I'm phoning in this shading. But I think it's gonna come around for my favor.
I like it. Don't talk down to your art. Your art will talk down to you. Don't worry.
No, I'm allowed. I made it. I brought it into this world, and I can take it out.
That's right. Delete your art. I'm gonna swing.
I might.
Okay, you got 4.5 minutes to make a new 3-part band with a background. Well, 3-part band
Alright,
with these
it's
3
gonna be-
characters.
All of these, it's going to be a bunch of characters from stickdeath.com.
Okay.
So it's going to be Super Beast and Blue Stick Figure and Red Stick Figure.
That's it. Really pulling from your
It's
childhood.
probably going to have like a trench coat and the glasses from the Matrix.
Cool. Very cool. Stylish.
Because that was big at the time.
Was? That never goes out.
You're right. Some style just does not fade, no matter what it could be associated with.
The Matrix?
Yeah.
I mean, they did a bit in Conquer.
Oh yeah, it was funny. And then they did a Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah. Honestly,
It was funny because it was a score.
I wouldn't mind them reviving Conquer. They just did it right.
Yeah. I mean, it obviously they'd have to. I don't know that a lot of the jokes or humor would hold up.
No, they would have to do it right, but today it would just be different. But you can still be funny and
But
crass
then
and all
you'd
that.
have people whining, being like, "Oh, it won't conquer."
And Conquer was always woke.
Speaking of woke, I think we're live.
Oh yeah, we've
I
been live.
think I think the crowd's warmed up, and
Oh, that's what you mean.
I think we got a hit on our hands, baby.
All right, for those in the audience, why don't you go over these members, introduce them?
We got MC Mime, MC Mime Rock, Mime in the bars up on the stage, laying down that lyrical ghost poetry. We got Fred back there on the ones and twos, on the sliders, on the tracks, keeping it all together, even if it gets a little naughty. And then we got Bear on his big blue bass, jamming out those smooth tones, tying the whole thing together.
Really, the driving spine of it all. Dude, I think you did it. I think we did it. I think this is a wonderful band that we will eventually have to replace with animatronics when they get tired of not getting paid.
Oh yeah, I mean, if we could find people that look alike, we could franchise this out across the country at most Universal Studios.
I think that'll be easy. I think I'll send him out an email tonight. I'll send him a little sample tape deck in the mail.
There we go. And then, we'll take in ad reels, and if you want to audition to be a naughty or one of the naughty satellite projects, then get at us.
Yeah, hit us up at
in the meantime, where's mine on the front end, Sheriff?
Well, here's the thing. The 19,000 that you had originally, some of that has to go to renting out the space and the electricity, and then
it's an investment.
Right, and the other 3 members also need their cut because again they're not getting paid in this. That's all in the agreement that we all signed. Right. So your grand total is hold on, let me do the math. About 50.
50
points.
I mean, you pull out the abacus and everything, so I have no choice but to believe you.
Yeah. I'm stealing it all, guys. Don't tell him. So yeah, good show tonight. Here's your 50 points.
I think. Yeah, I look forward to many more. We're in business, baby.
Heck yeah. Music's never gonna stop.
I think we just started a whole new freaking sound. Hey, Chuck, it's your cousin Marvin. You know that new sound you're looking for? Forget about it. We got you beat.
He's already got him on the numbers. Shrink Kirby, I can do that. Just for you. I can.
I believe in you.
All right, I shrunk him.
Totally a Kirby there to shrink.
Not much anymore. I think now when I shrink him, he turns upside down, which is about as small as you can get him. And now shrinking is enlarging. Be careful.
Kirby.
We've underflowed. All right.
Well, I think it's time to debut these folks and take them on the road.
All right. The naughties are coming near you, so keep an eye out. Keep an ear out.
Get tickets while you can.
We won't scalp them.
Until then, we're hitting the road. Happy trails.
Happy trails, everyone.